Good night, good night.
Well, it seems you guys really like it whenever I review these trailers because several of you have been sending me trailers non-stop. How in the world would I know that these Christian movies were coming out if it wasn't for you guys sending me trailers? I'd have to get on some sort of list somewhere. Heaven knows I don't want to end up on some sort of Christian list. Who knows what kind of list that would be? I'm probably on a few lists already. You know, your favorite, most popular Christian song ever written. No, I'm not talking about God Bless America. God bless America. I'm not talking about Jesus is Just All Right. I'm talking, of course, about the song I Can Only Imagine. Whoa. I Can Only Imagine. And apparently, some people have realized, wait a minute, that song was huge! And they've made a movie out of it. And so I'm gonna check out the trailer because who knows? I mean, what? There have been movies based on songs. Amazing Grace, The Wall, you know? So maybe this will be good. Let's check it out right now. Can't wait to hear that beautiful I Can Only Imagine song. Here it comes.
When I was 10.
Wow, I can't believe they got Seth Rogen to be in this movie.
11 years old, life was tough.
Ah.
And I found some songs.
Looks good. It's filmed well. Amy Grant.
And they got me through.
Until I grew up and found out she was an adulteress.
There's those 3 notes.
Maybe tonight, so do you.
Why don't you come watch me sing?
Dreams don't pay the bills.
Sometimes they do pay the bills, okay? I'm paying the bills right now, making stupid YouTube videos, making fun of other people's hard work. So sometimes you can pay the bills with your dreams.
You're not ready. I don't think you found your song, found your soul.
Oh, it's Atkins, what's his name? The guy who started the Atkins diet. That's, man, what is his name? Shoot. I'll never remember his name. I remember he was in a movie. Oh, I should review that movie. There was a movie called An American Carol that he was in, and he was the ghost of Christmas Future that my dad and I went to see, and it was just awful. Just awful. I'll review that sometime. Anyway, he's not a good actor. He never has been, never will be. He's a country singer. And he sings like this. One time, I heard one of his songs, and he's like, I was hanging out with a guy, and he said, why do you sing that crappy country music? And I said, why don't you come to my concert tonight? And then he came to my concert, and the guy said, wow, now I get it, because that's me, and I'm country. I'm paraphrasing here, but that is one of his songs. It's probably better than I'm remembering it. I just remember it from when I was a little kid. Boy, what a good song. Trace Atkins, that's the name. That's his name. Yeah, that guy. He's got a nice low voice. So this is the untold story. Discover the untold story of the greatest song ever written.
Become your inspiration.
You're my inspiration.
And you'll have something that people can believe in.
My dad was a monster, and I saw God transform him from a man that I hated into the man I wanted to become.
Wow.
So
to my knees will I fall. Who can forget this song? Oh, great. Does he die and go to heaven? Great.
It's an amazing song.
Just kind of happened. Took about 10 minutes, I guess.
I've heard that same story about so many Christian songs. They're like, I wrote the song in 10 minutes. That's not something to brag about, is it? Guess they just didn't have Blimey Cows How to Write a Worship Song in 5 minutes or less out quite yet.
Now, the lyrics don't need to be deep. They just need to be easy enough so that people can remember them by the second time they get to the chorus.
It didn't take you 10 minutes to write this. It took a lifetime.
No, it took about 10 minutes, you see, because I just repeat the same thing over and over in the song. Once you get the hook, you kind of have it. You're like, okay, it's I can only imagine, and then you talk about all the things that might happen in heaven, things that you don't know about. I can only imagine, will I stand before Jesus, or will I fall on my knees, or, you know, and then you just get a nice little 3-note inspirational tune in there. Bada bing, bada boom, it's a major hit. Isn't it the same formula as Mary Did You Know? Real vague, broad, generalized question. Okay, well, what did I think of that movie? It looks like it'll be inspiring, so inspirational, so strong and meaningful. I can only imagine what that movie will be like. Will I just stand in awe of the film, or will I cry? I probably will cry. I mean, if the guy had a terrible upbringing, you know, he grew up and his dad was beating him and his dad got saved and he was a better person. I mean, I guess I gotta give him a little credit for not murdering his dad before he can find redemption. You know, like the kid in the shack. It's a step up, I suppose. It's where Christian movies are at right now, that at least the kid with the abusive father isn't murdering his dad, so. And he's got that Dennis Quaid smile, which is just so pokey on the sides. It pokes. It's a good smile. He's got a great smile. I only make fun of it because I'm so envious of that Dennis Quaid smile. He's a good-looking man. That has nothing to do with this review. I know this is the Erwin Brothers, so they're the ones who directed Woodlawn, Mom's Night Out, and I know with Woodlawn, they were really trying to change the industry. They were trying to say, like, look, Christian movie industry needs a good movie. And I don't think the movie did as well as they wanted it to do, so this seems like kind of a direct reaction to that, to say, look, the Christians didn't embrace our last movie because it wasn't quite Christian enough. And that could be true. I feel like they went in the wrong direction a little bit because this one is blatantly like Christian. It's a very Christian inspirational movie. That's fine, I suppose. I don't think I'll enjoy it. It feels like it'll be a real emotional movie. To me, my favorite part about Woodlawn was more like the other aspects of it. I felt like all the Christian stuff was really shoehorned in to a fairly good movie, and in doing so, they kind of missed out on talking about some of the stuff that they could have talked about the actual character, like, you know, and the racial tension that occurred during that time. If you haven't seen it, you can check out my review, or you can go watch the movie for yourself. It feels like they kind of took the safer route with this one. I think a lot of Christians might go see it. I know that these guys want to be like, they clearly look up to the Kendrick brothers, and that's great. I mean, look up to them because they're the ones making the most money in the Christian movie industry. I'm sure that they're great people, as I've said before. Maybe this is a good move for you, you know, especially to like really cement your place in the Christian movie industry, but I personally think you guys could have loftier goals and just kind of cement your place in the movie industry instead. I'm sure this will be shot well. I'm sure it'll feel like a really inspirational movie. I just don't feel like it's probably the movie for me. So anyway, I'll be the judge of it whenever it comes out. I'm sure I'll review this movie, and maybe this will be the movie that everybody's been looking for, the best Christian movie of all time. I can only imagine. That song, it gets stuck in your head. It's just in there. It is catchy. It is inspirational. You know, to be honest, I feel like the movie feels like the song. You know, the emotion that you get from the song is, I think, what you'll get from this movie. So, whatever that's worth, props to you guys for at least making the trailer feel like the song. A cheesy, blatantly Christian, inspirational song. You did it. Success! If that's success, you really did it. Okay. All right, that's all I got to say. I'll talk to you guys later. Big shout out to the people who pledged to my Patreon. Man, Patreon is going great right now. Like, we're having a lot of fun communicating with you guys, doing live streams. We're doing giveaways, and just, you know, everybody who pledges $10 or more gets something every month. I'm not sure what this month's going to be. Carmen and I have to talk about that. It's been a blast. Last month, we had a big old meetup. I got to meet a bunch of people who pledged to the Patreon. Anyway, if you're not involved in that, get involved in it because it's great. Some people who are involved in that are Matt Clark, Brendan Neely, the guys over at the Religious Nut and Hellbound Sinner podcast, Tyler Minix, and John Duffy, who I believe is going to be having a YouTube channel out sooner than later, and so whenever he comes out with his YouTube channel, I'll tell you guys all about that, and who knows, I might do a collab with him. So that's that. All right, thanks so much for watching this episode. I'll be putting out a real review sometime in the next month, you know, a full review, not just a trailer review, but these trailer responses are so fun to make, and you guys seem to like them, so I'll keep doing them as often as I can, but also don't worry, I know I'll be putting out full reviews soon enough. All right, talk to you guys later. Good night. Good night. Good night.